Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Star Trek Ganymede, Season 1, Episode 12, Invasive Species, Part 2. I am your engineer, Commander Corrin, helping with the operations for today's game, and without further ado, let's bring in the rest of our crew.
Okay. Well then, I think we are going to get started. To give you a reminder of where we were last time we left off. The crew of the Ganymede arrived at the Dan Grove colony to find that they were dealing with mysterious life forms in the forest, only to learn that these life forms were refugees of the Endalan Empire. Or actually, I don't know. I don't think it's the Endalan Empire. I don't think it's the Endalan Empire. It's the Union, the Endala Union. And no sooner are they brought back to the Dan Grove colony to apologize for their actions than an Endala battlecruiser appears in orbit of the world. And the two, sensing something is amiss, immediately ask for refuge and asylum.
And now, the conclusion. We'll be right back after the opening intro. Stay tuned.
So yes,
Quiet on the set.
And we're back.
Okay. So we will pick things up, not on the bridge of the Ganymede, but on the planet's surface. As the leader of the colony steps forward and says, "What?" "We would like to seek asylum." The two say, one of them says, looking around at all of you. Hello?
I'm not there.
Yeah, it's Karak, Grak, and Dahl.
I'm sorry, I'm having troubles with the audio levels. You sound like you're whispering to me, so I'm frantically trying to push buttons and figure out how to boost it up without turning you over 200%.
Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Yes.
Yeah,
I can.
I got you up to 200%. I can hear you all right. But can you go ahead? Can you repeat what you were saying?
As said, the Tellurite, the leader of the colony, steps forward and says, "What?" And the one of the two Indolans look around and says, "I said we are requesting asylum."
Would Dahl know, asking out of character, would Dahl know if that's something that Starfleet can authorize? I'm assuming we need to at least very much ask the captain.
You can give me a reason command difficulty of 1. Sure. Because you currently don't have any momentum now.
He's in command.
And I'm at 8 threat. Because there are 10 wait, yeah, it's 10 threat. Because there are 5.
No focus.
I thought you only got threat at the beginning of the missions, not the episodes, not the sessions.
I think it's every session.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it all resets.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
nope.
Gotcha. I thought it was just every the missions.
Focus apply here. Team dynamics.
No.
That's my threat. I'm keeping it.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, you're at 2 momentum. Yeah, that's something that Starfleet can offer. Obviously, there are all sorts of caveats, and it's not a simple process.
Aren't we required to offer them hospitality or whatever until their application can be processed, though?
Yeah, and it's a whole thing of yeah. Fortunately, you got the right here, right now. They effectively got the hard part out. They officially requested asylum. The issue is that Starfleet can't suggest that someone ask
No,
for
they have to
asylum.
do it of their own free will, and we can't say that they should. They're volunteering and saying we're
Right.
asking for asylum. So
Right,
at
because if you
that point,
if you suggest it, it could be construed as coercion.
Yeah.
so
Well-
Dahl knows that it's an involved process, but they've done the big step, and this is correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's not as simple as just requesting asylum and it is immediately granted, but I can certainly get it started, and I will contact our captain if that is all right by you. He would know better than I how to start the whole process beyond you requesting it.
Yes, of course. Any assistance that you and your captain might provide would be most appreciated.
Oh,
And the
lovely.
Tellarite looks to you, Doll, and says, "We are talking about this."
Dahl is just sort of poker faced, and she's
Uh,
going to tap her compact and talk to the captain.
Carrick agrees. Yes, we are.
She nods.
Get it?
Yes,
We're
we are
currently
literally
talking
talking
about it.
about it. Yep,
He's very literal.
that is fine. That is Dahl's sense of humor right there. She doesn't smile though, because serious situation.
Yeah, Carrick wasn't joking. He's just very literal.
Frickin'
Love it.
Vulcans.
So you call up to the captain. Before we get to the captain, before we get to the conversation you have with the captain, the captain has his own issues to be dealing with right now.
Yup. Oh boy. All right. 1 second here.
Well, Captain, do you deny the presence of these outlaws on your world?
I'm gonna be quiet for a moment and just stare at him, as Holloway does.
I demand an answer, Captain.
And I demand you stop talking for a moment.
Daring command, difficulty opposed.
Oh, good. I'm good at daring. Cool. I'm gonna buy 2 die. 1 with momentum and give you 2 threat.
Hang on.
Intimidation?
Yeah, intimidation focus. Hold on. I'm going to spend. I'm spending 3 threat. How much did you give me?
I gave you 2. And
Okey-doke.
I'm spending 1 momentum.
Okay, so
You
I
get
only
2
have
die.
to spend 1 threat for that. Nice.
You're welcome.
Stance, Captain.
Okay.
I don't like that. That's 3 momentum generated.
Yeah, Holloway doesn't blink in this whole moment either. He's just staring at this thing. You come into our space. This planet is under the protection of the United Federation of Planets. Your demands mean nothing here, and by you showing up the way you did, you very well may have aggravated the United Federation of Planets as a whole. Is that something your union wants to do? Now, I'm willing to discuss diplomatically. I will not be bullied and I will not be antagonized. That will result in both your destruction and your union's. Am I clear?
Very well. I will listen to your foolishly foolish.
Yes.
talk.
Yes, you will. When I want to. I hang up on him.
Wow.
Yellow alert.
Ooh.
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
I'm also going to have all signals, or not all signals, I'm going to also, who's at the science station?
Oh, actually, hang on. She is not there. The doctor still is around, but he probably wouldn't be at the science station.
Let's say my sensors, dude.
Yeah, who's your
Sensors,
sensors,
dude.
dude?
McDowell?
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, McConnell.
McConnell, there we go.
McConnell, be prepared to jam all signals. Do not do it yet, but if there is any sort of indication of them calling for backup, I want those signals jammed. I'm also going to have, I'm also going to send out messages to the rest of the 10th Fleet about what is going on here.
Aye, sir. Although, signal control would be more a matter for tactical, I think.
Is that tactical? Then I wouldn't have told him that. I would have told the tactical person.
Because I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
I don't-
sure. Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Yep.
Whoever needs to do that, that's who I would have told to do that.
Yeah. That. I'm gonna pull up my book as well because. My collector's edition. Signal something. It's a action you can take. Don't need those. Oh, here they are. Communication. Signals jamming. Communication officer transmits signals to interfere with target's attempts to communicate. Choose a single vessel target within medium range to jam. Power requirement of 1. This is control engineering tasks. Okay.
So engineering?
Yeah, but it's whoever's at the terminal for it. Actually, I think that's Ops. Who's ever at Ops. So actually, no, you're right. It would be him.
Oh.
Because he's at
Okay.
Ops. So, because I believe whoever's at Ops can do that. because that's the whole point of ops, is that it does all the little things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We will get to that roll in a bit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just having him be monitoring it, and if they start to send out a signal, that's when he's supposed to jam.
Yeah. Okay, so he's not actively jamming anything right
No, not yet. He's just kind of being on guard, and if they start to send any kind of transmission, that's when he jams.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm sending transmission out to the 10th Fleet.
Understood, sir. Ensign, actually, no, it would be, Hax says, understood, sir. Should I make any attempts to encode it?
I just nod.
Understood, sir. And he will attempt to encode this. This is going to be something that you've seen us do before. You set the difficulty.
Oh shoot, I don't remember how these work.
So you decide. you guys decide on the difficulty you want to hit, and if you hit that difficulty, that sets the difficulty for the other side. So it's basically like an opposed roll with an extra step.
Okay, so we don't want them to basically overhear our message or any transmissions we send. So I recommend maybe not ludicrously high, unless you think that's prudent, Captain, but like I'm
What are we
thinking like
thinking,
difficulty 4 or difficulty 5. Because I think 5 is the highest, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah,
Difficulty 6 is
difficulty
highest.
6. Okay, so from 4 to
What do you-
6.
So
in
what
that
do you
range.
guys think? Because I don't remember these, and I don't remember the specifics. So
So this would be a control. I believe this would be control engineering assisted by the ship's communications security.
okay. How do you guys feel about 4?
I'd go for.
Sounds fine.
Works by me.
I'd say
Okay.
that's okay, but I'd be leaning towards 5. It's like a middle ground, but I'm willing to take the unanimous vote.
Difficulty 5 is also like, congratulations, you just figured out the cure for cancer. Like
Yes.
it's supposed to be stupid hard. 4 is already really hard.
Yeah.
Remember, these things get exponential in terms of what you're actually trying to do.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
I don't know how they properly scale. I thought it was scaled by linear, so
No. So
Got it.
that's yeah. 4 is already hard. Like if we wanted to be kind of mid range, that'd be 3.
got it. Okay, 4 then.
So yeah, let's do 4.
Okay. You spending any momentum?
Who's rolling for
Presumably hacks. It's a control engineering task.
hacks? Somebody want to roll for hacks, and then they can decide how to spend momentum and stuff.
So nope, that's another activation on hacks.
Do you want me to do Axe?
Whoever.
Okay. He is using any focuses, transporters, replicators, system maintenance. Nope. I don't think this. Did any of his focus? I don't think so. Diagnostics. No. So turn that off. Comp range is normal.
And use momentum and threat.
Yep.
Don't forget to use those.
How much?
So the task roll has to be up to 4, right? Or hot, or I can cap it out, right?
Well, so
I just want to know what the task roll threshold is.
that's not how that is. That tells you how many dice you're.
Got it. Okay.
not
So
difficulty.
got it. All right. So I'll buy a die with momentum and an extra die with threat. 2 threat. Cause that.
Okay, 2 threat. Thank you.
So 1, 2, and then. And it's control engineering.
Mhm. You need to roll one more.
One more. Got it.
And someone mind rolling the ship to see if you get that momentum back?
What's the ship rolling?
The ship is rolling communication security. Okay. You still hit the difficulty, though. You just don't get any momentum out of it. I am going to drop the thread on this. You guys might need it. Okay, that's pretty good, actually, for that one. Uh-huh. Nope. Sir, I don't believe that they have broken through our encryption.
Good. Keep them waiting.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not going to respond to
sir,
them just yet. Yes,
it appears we're getting a hail from Commander Dahl.
put it through.
And, Dahl.
Captain, we have 2 here requesting asylum from Starfleet. Political asylum.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Oh, a situation above?
We've got company up here.
Noted. What would you like me to do, sir?
See what you can do to keep them safe there. I've already reached out to Starfleet. Karak, I do need you back up here, though.
I kept.
Just in case.
Good.
All right. Well, those orders are pretty clear.
Yep.
So, what's your play, Captain?
Oh, I'm letting them sit for a little bit before I get a hold of them again.
Okay, in that case, we will cut down to the surface of the planet. As Korn, you are working. You are now all up in the guts of this alien ship.
That is correct.
New scene, by the way. You guys go down a momentum.
Yep.
As you have now cleared the initial encounter. Oh, and these two are not here.
Okay. Remind me what we have done so far on the ship in terms of repairs and
Nothing so far.
nothing so far. Okay. So I'm gonna ask this guy. What do you need from me? What can I assist with?
Would you pass me that spanner?
Yes.
I currently have not yet managed to make a full assessment over the full damage here. Most of our time was spent both keeping the ship from coming apart at the seams and also moving what supplies we had out of the ship.
Understood. Hands in the spanner.
We have not had the time to set up any permanent structures, of course. We don't exactly plan on staying here, but well, we did move a few of our grow beds out and managed to plant a few of our crops. We saved a few. Many of them died, though. Unfortunate.
It is, yes. What would I be able to roll to kind of help him assess the damage with the area that I'm working in currently in the vessel?
So you can give a. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move a number around here.
Okay.
For this particular one.
Mhm.
So you can actually lead this roll because he's
Okay.
not as good as you are.
EPS systems and
So first, inside
Okay.
engineering.
Inside
will be
engineering,
your-
got it.
Difficulty will be 3.
Difficulty 3, okay. Um, EPS systems, warp field dynamics come into play.
I'd say I'll let you use EPS systems.
Okay. That's set. And I'm going to buy a die with momentum and an extra die with 2 threat. So that would be 1, 2, 3 die.
4.
No, 4 die.
Because the base roll is 2.
Yeah. So I roll 4. There we go. All right. And just checking through everything. Good. Yep. Let's see.
He doesn't help you, but you do succeed at the task.
Yep.
Now, looking through here, this ship is not in a good way. Fortunately, it looks like this little fur ball was able to keep things from completely coming apart at the seams, but this thing's going to need a ton of replacement parts. It's going to take at least a couple of weeks until this thing is flight worthy, to say nothing of space worthy.
I see. He's like rummaging through like various wires, pulling out some like broken wires and kind of sparking them together, and he says,
I mean, fortunately, it's not a total loss.
yeah, I say, well, given the amount of damage here, I'm surprised you made it here in one piece, but all this, and he holds up the 2 wires, and they're kind of like frayed at the ends, is going to need a lot of work, about a week or 2.
That's what I was afraid of.
He puts the wires back and says, well, we can get started and make at least some progress. I'll let my team know that we may be here a while. He's going to come over to Commander Dahl and that team. Commander Korn here.
Commander Dahl, go ahead.
I'm working inside the guts of this ship with the crew, and they've sustained a extensive amount of damage, and it may take a couple weeks for us to enact full repairs on their vessel, make them sure they're space-worthy. Do I have your permission to continue working, or is there any other urgent needs that you need me to work on elsewhere?
You have my permission.
Understood. Thank you. Commander Korn out. He continues working. Effectively, with his team and the furball guy.
Yes. So, what is your federation like?
It's interesting, actually. It's I like it. It's we do a lot of good for people in the galaxy. We protect our own, and we make sure that we defend our people. I'm not, well, out of character. I'm not fully versed on all the lore, so I'm trying to my best. So
Well, it sounds good.
yes,
There are days where I am glad that I have these people to look out for me. Otherwise, I would not be here now.
I agree, it's always good to have some friends by your side. I mean, look at the Federation. They're always by my side when I need them.
Hmm.
He continues working on some various parts.
And after about a minute, one of these Indolans comes in. He says, we have something of a problem, Yemets. What? I just received a psychic communication from our captain. They've come for us. Oh no, 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 no.
Korn is
Well,
busy in the guts and he bangs his head on the one of the pipes and kind of rubs it and says, "Something wrong?"
uh, yes. And the other Indolan looks at you and says, well, our leader has requested asylum, so that's a start. Um, we'll see how things progress.
I better make these repairs quick. We might have to get this ship at least defense worthy in the event that, you know, it's needed. Brisley walks over to like one of the defense consoles, starts working on it.
The Indolan looks to the little furball and says, yes, make sure that you get the defensive systems up and running first and foremost. The Yavit says, yeah, it's going to take a couple weeks to get this thing flight worthy. I assume that's 2 weeks we don't have. Right.
Commander Korn just gives it like a
Understood.
thumbs up with his tail off in the distance.
And then the two of you get back to work.
Correct.
Meanwhile, back at the colony.
One to beam aboard.
Hmm?
One to beam aboard.
Oh, yes, Karak was going back up. That's fine. We'll pick up with you back on the ship in a moment. What about Grak?
Like, Chris really wants to bring Grack up, but at the same time, Kara needs somebody there. Holloway would probably keep him there.
Oh, the doctor is no longer down.
What? Oh, I'm gonna have hiccups. He won't go away. Whatever you need.
So, where would you have the two Indolans stay?
Well, hopefully somewhere in the colony if she has to have them residing close to wherever she is able to stay for the meantime. She's willing to do that. She's got nothing against sharing space with people.
Yep. So fine, I'll get them up here, here, and presumably is that where Grak's going to?
I do believe so. I mean, she's a big fan of not separating the party, so.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What? Splitting the party is the best idea ever. Don't you know that?
Although it is actually at this point that the head of the colony calls you over to his office over here, and this is where we pick up this bit of a scene. I don't want them here, Commander.
They've requested asylum, so for now, until we can figure out where they can go, we don't have much of a choice. Can you give me some time to figure out where we can put them? We did recover all of your equipment.
Give me a presence command, difficulty of 2.
Okay. Presence command. Difficulty of 2.
Sacrifice the tower.
Focus? No, I don't think any of this works for a focus, so no focus.
That's a no. I will let this succeed at cost.
Well, I'm just not sure as a player where on earth Kara would think of putting them in the meantime while going through the process of
Yeah, the asylum.
setting up for
right.
asylum. I mean, we don't even have a temporary shelter erected, and at least the colony has protective barriers, presumably. So,
Mhm.
uh, I'll succeed at cost.
2 days, Commander. I give them 2 days. Is that understood?
It is, and thank you.
Will you please leave my office? I have so much paper. So much paper.
Absolutely. Is there anything
Pain
I can
aside.
help you? Is there anything I can help you with in the meantime? Ease the burden, perhaps?
No, no. This all has to be in my hand.
She does. I'll be available if you need me for anything.
And as you leave the room, you hear him just muttering out, "Asylum paperwork. Goddamn triplicate."
Oh, I'm sure Kara does not envy him.
And the door closes behind you. Meanwhile, over with Grack, the two Indolans are looking over you with a bit of awe. I've never seen a creature such as you before.
Most of my kind tend not to leave the area we're from.
I see, and what are you?
I'm a Allurian. Oh, I got hiccup.
Fascinating. I did not know that. I did not know that such unique creatures existed outside of the Union.
We're from across the galaxy, the Ionite Nebula. But I wasn't happy just flying around there. I wanted to see more.
Perhaps one day we will be able to venture out that way and visit this nebula.
Well, it's not going anywhere.
Hmm. Your Federation is a most strange place.
It seems to be just made up of like-minded people. We're not here for war or anything, and I mean it's a lot of galaxy out there. We want to see it all.
Hmm. There's a word that our people would use to describe places such as this, people such as you. Foolish.
That's one way of looking at it, but if you don't drive yourself or push yourself further, your species as a race is just going to stagnate and do nothing.
Hmm. Most wise you are, Lurian. I see you, Lurians, are a people of wise words.
Yes, we're not brash to think at all.
Meanwhile, on Deep Space Nine, a certain Lurian hiccup. Um, and it's at this point that Doll probably enters. And I'm gonna move some of these tokens around because now everyone's back. Everyone's back to work.
Get back to work, you kids.
Yeah. So yes, Doll, you see the two Indolans talking with Grack.
Well, at least he's making friends, right? She smiles warmly as she comes back, and she looks to them. She says, "Are you doing all right as you stay here? Is there anything I can help with in the meantime?"
Should be just fine.
She nods. The colony's leader has given us 2 days, and I am confident that that will be enough time to be able to get a response from Starfleet and find more permanent accommodations, shall we say. I suspect
good.
that it's going to take time to repair your ship to be space-worthy, so we'll see what we can do. It's in the process.
Understood. Well, I heard Starfleet was able to help out with this matter once before. Maybe you would be able to do so again, but you would not happen to have medical facilities on board your ship?
We absolutely do. Do you have anyone in need of medical attention?
No. However, in order for us to maintain the diet that we have decided to to undergo, we require a vitamin supplement. Your Starfleet created the formula.
Absolutely. I will contact our doctor. Or would you like me to get him in contact with you directly?
Oh, that would be most appreciated.
Peanuts. I mean, it's not like it's completely outlandish to think that a species needs a certain supplement, so perfectly all right by her. And she
I,
will contact the doctor and let him know.
I love the fact that anytime we say we don't need the doctor, we actually do need the doctor.
Yes, I forgot about this one thing. um, if you want, I will say you could spend a medical crew support to create the advantage that this is just being taken care of.
Do we have the momentum to be able to do that?
You could spend momentum to do that. Another option I've found, it's hidden away in the rules, is that you can spend a crew support point, and instead of activating a character, you just create an advantage.
Oh, how many crew support points do we have?
You still have 4 that you haven't used.
Okay.
I'd say do that.
Yeah, that should be all right.
Presumably, uh, NCO Kingston, probably. So after a few minutes, I haven't made the token for him yet, but Kingston transports down carrying a few crates. Hello, Commander.
Hello, Kingston.
Here you go.
Thank you
This
very
is
much.
this should be enough for at least a couple weeks for a dozen Indolans. Rather interesting supplement that the Svalin put together.
Oh,
Yes,
I heard I heard that Starfleet created it, but I'm still not sure what it is entirely. That's not something I studied.
the Indolan steps forward and says, "It is a supplement that allows the Indolan to survive on a non-meat diet."
An eyebrow goes up. That is most intriguing.
You'd remember from your readings last time you played that the big divide in the species is between the side that wants to continue being carnivores and eating meat, and the side that believes that they can go on a vegan diet in order to work with the rest of the galaxy.
I do, in fact, remember that. All nods thoughtfully. I'm glad we could be of service.
I will help them with it. And he walks over and he joins the Indolans, and they get to talk. Anything else that you would like to do with the Indolans while you're down here?
Not that I can think of. I do hope that we can figure out more permanent accommodations for them.
Okay, in that case, we are gonna hop back up to the bridge. It's been a little bit, Captain. Have you decided upon a course of action? You might be on mute, Captain.
Holloway, are you there?
Hello, Captain?
Captain.
Captain? Captain? Captain!
Is now a good time for me to start doing trip impressions from Enterprise? Captain's my best friend. I love the Cap.
Oh, he said he'd BRB, so
Oh,
he might.
Well-
he might.
Oh,
Still,
he did.
Yeah.
I don't know when he said it though. So. Yeah.
well, here I'll play Holloway for a second. Put it on screen. You're about to meet your maker. Fire all phasers.
Not
so-
inaccurate.
So yes.
How's this for diplomacy?
Pew, pew, pew.
Photon torpedoes away.
Yeah. So it is at this point then, Carrick, you re-enter the bridge.
All right. I will relieve whatever her name is.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Thank you,
And
sir.
I will
Sorry.
report to the
Sorry,
bridge.
I was getting my food out of the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
That's not allowed.
Oh, it
Eating,
absolutely
my
is. This is my ship. I can eat on the bridge if I want. What's Starfleet gonna do?
Captain, I'd like to quote Regulation 76A. I'm kidding. I put a cup holder in your chair for you.
No, cup holder's not a good idea for Jack.
Or is it?
What
So,
about
yes,
a
it's
what
been-
about a
it's
pull-out
been a
tray
little-
table?
So yeah, it's been. a
Yeah,
little
there you
bit.
go. A little tray that folds out.
So yeah,
Great.
Captain, it's been a little bit.
Right. Sorry. Hail him.
Hold on. I have the thing. I've got the thing. I'm gonna do it. No, that's ambience. I want computer sounds. I want my computer sounds. Oh, here it is. Hailing frequencies open, sir.
Captain. Are we calmed down enough to talk? Your grunt tells me otherwise. Should I wait another hour?
We will talk, foolish Starfleeter.
Good. Good. See, I knew you had some reason in you. So, Captain, you claim your people are on the surface of this planet and you want to retrieve them. Yet, this is a Federation colony. You do realize that.
Yes, I do, and I'm spending to threat. And I am also aware that we tracked a crashed vessel containing multiple outlaws to the Union. Do you deny this?
Outlaw. That's a pretty strong word. As far as I'm concerned, there is no outlaws, neither you nor your opponents.
Well, Captain, perhaps you should be made aware that they destroyed 3 ships while making their escape.
You know, Captain, this seems like a very strong political issue, not to be discussed with 2 ship captains. Should I get the Admiralty on the line? I think that would be a much better use of your time. It'll just be another couple hours.
Do not toy with me, you foolishly foolish fool!
It's awesome.
Wow. Is there
There's a lot of
another
universal
word that you
translator.
could use besides fool? Your charisma skills aren't very good. Now,
I'm still laughing.
right? Captain.
We know that they are down there. And according to your laws, you must return these prisoners to us.
And what law is that, Captain?
You know, the
Feel
president.
feel free to quote me that regulation.
Damn it! I know there's one out there.
There might be, but would they? There we go.
Yeah. Hang on. No, actually, no. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I am gonna spend a threat.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a difficulty 4 for him. This is to see if he is actually versed enough in Federation law. So he's gonna roll reason command. Reason. Oh god, your reason is garbage!
Hey, so is mine.
But it is assisted by their ship's computers. Still not great. Not gonna lie. Oh, you better crit, ship. Oh, you better roll a 1. Not enough. I'm sure that there must be a law in your foolishly foolish Federation charter
You
about
say
harboring foreign criminals.
you say fool quite an awful lot. Are you sure you're actually intelligent enough to run a starship? Perhaps I'll let you cool down a little more. I'm gonna hang up on him again.
Yeah.
Using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yep. Well, you would remember, Captain, that they put a lot of emphasis on whether or not you are clever or whether you are a fool.
Yep. Yup. And that's why I'm insulting them, because by them saying fool all the time, that's pretty foolish.
Hmm?
Could easily blame the universal translator for getting it wrong.
Oh, we could, but I'm not going to.
Hmm?
Any word back from the fleet?
Not yet. It hasn't quite been long enough. Especially
gotcha.
especially for complex diplomatic matters like this.
I'm gonna let him sit for another 5 minutes, and then I'll hail him again.
Okay. Hailing frequencies open again, Captain.
All right, foolish captain of the Indolans, are you ready to talk without sounding like such a fool?
My patience is wearing thin, Captain.
My patience is gone, fool.
You call me a fool?
I do. You come here in a threatening manner against a colony of the Federation.
Since when have I made any threat to you, Captain?
Your demeanor is threatening. The way you talk is threatening. Not very
I
clever
thought
of
that
you.
I thought your federation was supposed to be tolerant of other cultures. Perhaps I was foolish in thinking that.
Part of that statement's correct. The first part, about you being a fool. See, the Federation is tolerant. But you push us too much, and you end up like the Dominion.
Is that a threat, Captain?
No. I don't make threats.
Forgive me if I find that hard to believe.
I don't make threats, Captain. I make promises. Now, I will discuss things peacefully, but I'm not going to discuss them with a foolish hothead. Now, let's talk without the derogatory name calling.
Okay, give me a presence command opposed.
Okie doke.
Let me see.
Intimidation.
Sure.
Or negotiation. Either one. I've got both.
Sure. I am going to spend 3 threat.
Okay.
And this is not to buy an extra die. It is instead to proc the value. I am cunning and not foolish.
Hmm. Okay.
And then I will spend 2 more threat on top of that for a 3rd die.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna spend 1 die for 1 momentum for a die, and I'm gonna give you 2 threat for another die.
Okie doke.
Charge weapons, Captain.
We're already on yellow alert, so.
Yeah. Look what we got. Oh, and this will absolutely also come into your cold read.
Oh. What does cold reading do again? I never get to use these!
Oh, hang on. That's different. That was reason command. His presence command. Oh, wouldn't have mattered. Those are both 19s.
1 bonus momentum. Okay.
Yeah. You get a free question, effectively,
Oh, cool.
about his mental state.
So that's so is that 4 momentum that we get from that?
No.
Is that right?
Because he got 3 hits because he spent a determination.
Oh, right. Okay, so that would be 2 momentum then, right?
Yeah.
No.
So he got 3 hits. You got 5 hits. So yes, 2 momentum.
Okay. And then a free question.
And a free question about his mentals. The first thing I will say is he'll simply say to you, "Fine, I am willing to talk."
Excellent. Then I give you permission for you and a small delegation to come aboard the Ganymede and we can discuss.
Very good. And he vanishes off the screen.
All right. Question. Does anybody have a question? Because I am running a blank because I'm tired.
I have a
Not sure here.
suggestion. Based on how he's acting, is he mentally unstable?
I'm not going to waste the question on that
I know.
because he absolutely is. Kara?
I have no thoughts. I am exhausted, so I'm not much better
I'm
off.
also exhausted. Crack! Or Grack. Either one of you got anything?
I mean, I'm all for blasting him out of the sky, just not dealing with it. But we can't do that.
Unfortunately. Okay. Let's see.
Is this guy even authorized to make negotiations? I mean,
Yeah, that's a good one. Based on his demeanor and based on like what I can read from him, is this guy even authorized to make any sort of decision for his union?
Yes, he is. I will let you know that. He seems confident, in the very least, that his voice carries authority with it.
at least there's that.
But I mean, the thing you remember, Captain, again, is this is a race that's currently in the midst of a civil war.
Yeah.
And it's tricky because currently, which side the Federation currently acknowledges is up in the air right now.
Because they're not making their mind up.
Well, technically, Starfleet's not supposed to get involved with civil wars, but
It's true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
we do have 2 people who have requested asylum, so that's legally our permission to get involved to at least make sure that the people who have requested asylum are given asylum.
Yeah.
Obviously, up to the Admiralty to decide, which is why they're kind of being slow getting back to us, but theoretically, that is a thing that Starfleet will do.
Yeah. Listen, the Admiralty better do this because Jack is playing nice. I did not blast that ship out of the sky like I wanted to. So, okay. I don't really have a question.
Well, that was
really,
the question.
So.
The whole thing about.
Oh, was that okay?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
The whole
Then,
thing
that
about
would be it.
whether or not he was truly competent in his authority.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes,
That is absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely a mental state question. So presumably you'll have a meeting in a conference room.
Yes, we'll have the meeting in the conference room.
I forget we actually have diplomatic suites.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because we're supposed
never
to not be
use
shooting
it.
people out of the sky.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Well,
So where's our diplomatic sleeps? Oh, let me show you to the inside of our photon torpedo tube.
To be fair, no other race that we've encountered has really given us the option to use them because they were already starting crap.
That is
And so-
fair.
I'll use this for now.
Okay.
I don't have a thing for you now, but I
No
will.
worries.
at some point. So it's you, presumably Karak.
Yes.
um,
Absolutely, Karak.
And Karak, you can also have
What?
a security team there.
Sorry, I had something happen in real life, and I had to step away for a second. I didn't get a chance to type BRB, but I'm back.
You are
What did I miss?
hosting a delegation of the
Okay.
enemy ship.
Oh my,
You get to serve tea and crumpets and have a security team with you.
cool.
Yes, and you don't have to pay anything for that because you are the chief of security. You get yourself a security team
Right on.
as long as you're on the ship. Oh, and I was gonna.
Well, then
hang
I'll
on.
station them there and stand nearby.
This is the map I was gonna use for you guys for the.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm messaging a coworker right now because I'm starting at a different building tomorrow, and I need to know where to park.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
Sorry.
our animals brought in some
Oh.
baby rabbits, so we were trying to make sure they were okay and help them and keep them away from the pets.
Oh.
So sorry, it was like a baby rabbit emergency.
To be fair, if you put them back where you found them, their mama should come back by about dusk or shortly after
Yeah,
dusk.
that was our plan. Yeah.
Yay!
Really?
Okay, good. Awesome.
They were, one of them was like a little injured though, so we're trying to make sure it's okay and feed it and everything.
Okay. Awesome.
So hopefully they're all right.
Yeah.
I'm an animal fan.
Mm-hmm. I think all of us are animal fans.
Yes.
Well, then you're all cool.
So yes, 3 Indolans, including the captain, who I will mark with.
Did this captain have any specific orders or requests from me and my team, Captain?
Nope, just do you, Karak.
All right, phasers to kill.
Damn.
Full setting, vaporize.
That way there's no evidence. What are you talking about? That's great.
No, I'll just make sure I'm, being vigilant.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I assume our transporters did the proper security procedures. Do they? They're unarmed and all that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming. Okay.
Gotta love Starfleet transporters.
Yes. If you like the death machine, then yes, you gotta like them.
Yes.
That's like the suicide booth in Futurama.
Well, Captain, we have honored your request.
I see that. Please have a seat.
Actually, it would be here to do.
Now, Captain. What is your name, Captain? Sorry. We got too busy shouting at each other that we never got our names. Captain Jack Holloway.
I am Glamotes.
Glamotes. How do you spell that? That's Chris asking, not Holloway. This is for my notes. Captain Glamotes. So, you say these people had destroyed 3 of your ships escaping.
Indeed.
And where did they escape from, Captain?
They escaped from Indolan Union space.
Mandalorian Union space. Captain, are we're aware of the civil war going on between your people. The Federation has chosen to not.
When you mention the Civil War, he narrows his eyes at you.
The Federation has chosen to not take sides in this matter. Your
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm spending 2 threat here.
Yep. Go for it.
You push the button. Not taking sides, Captain. Your Federation already chose to take a side when they provided those vegans with that vitamin supplement. Your Federation is responsible for the state of war that the Union is currently in. So I do not want to hear any of your lecturing.
You don't want to hear any lecturing. That's fine. I understand that. Would you care for a drink?
Fine.
I'm gonna... and what would you like?
Water will do.
Water. Of course. Water. And coffee. Black.
And presumably hand it over.
Oh.
He calls that out, and then I go, water, coffee, black. And then one of these guys comes over and gets it.
Promotes, we have a bit of an impasse then. Because you're what you call fugitives have already requested asylum from the Federation.
But they are criminals, Captain.
They're criminals. Perhaps. And if that's the case, then they will be tried under Federation laws. Because they have requested asylum from the Federation.
This is not justice, Captain.
This is justice. Promotes. Your war. Your war is what's not just, Clemotes. You would ostracize an entire part of your species based on a lifestyle choice? They choose not to indulge themselves in meat.
It is who we are, Captain.
That's who we were too, Clemotes. We grew. Humanity was the same way. The Vulcans were the same way. It's called growth. It's called evolution. It's called being clever.
Sorry. God damn it.
Yep, I was also watching that then unfold.
Aw, that's beautiful. Sorry, I'm sitting here laughing at mute. Laughing.
That's the best artwork I've ever seen.
Okay. Time for freaking hell. Time for a social conflict.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
What do I have antenna now?
It will be presence command opposed.
Presence command. Negotiation is a focus.
Sure. And he has.
I'm looking at my values, but there's really nothing I can do with my values.
Oh yeah, he has a focus.
Could I challenge a value?
That would just give you a determination.
I might hang on to that then. Okay.
Oh, wait, there's a value I'd take.
Yeah.
I'd take no one gets left behind.
Okay. I will take that.
Okay, so that's 2 automatic hits. Are you going to spend any further resources?
Yes, I am. I'm going to spend 1 momentum and 2 threat.
So it's it would have to be.
Oh, that's right. Because
2.
that's a right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that. In that case, I will spend 2 momentum.
Just 2 momentum. That's it.
And give you 3 threat.
Ooh. Which I will spend right back to give myself 4 dice.
Okay, we're both at 4 dice then.
You have 2 auto hits.
That's true. That's true. All right. Presence command.
God damn it. That's 3 more hits than I got. So
that's 3 momentum.
Yep.
Sick.
Now you can roll 7 challenge dice.
Oof.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to stay above on that. I see. It is most regrettable that we find ourselves at this impasse.
Unfortunately, it is.
Were we not in this system, we would simply take what is rightfully ours, but we will respect your sovereign space.
That is very clever of you. I do hope that our peoples can one day see eye to eye.
Indeed. And maybe one day you will be as clever. And they look at you and say, "And now, Captain, we shall take our leave." And the 3 forms of them shimmer and wobble a little bit as they sort of morph and their skins darken into those buds-like creatures that you've seen in the data files. And then with a sploosh, they all just collapse into a puddle of goo on the
Rose.
As little fun fact, the captain and his entourage were never on the ship.
Yup. I
It's just
gathered
like-
that.
It's just like when Loki talks to Thor.
That's exactly right.
You should have thrown stuff at him.
Could have shouted, "Piss off, ghost!" like Cord.
That's the best character.
Stupid ghost.
Piss off, you ghost!
Piss off, ghost.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
We ran out of pamphlets.
I will return to the bridge.
Okay. Meanwhile, down on the planet's surface, I am spending 2 threat to create 1 additional complication. Ooh.
Ooh,
Because this couldn't be too easy for you guys.
the doctor is here.
Yes. He is a doctor.
I see the 11th doctor stationed here.
Listen, if the 11th
no.
Doctor's here, we're saved, guys. Like, he can just do some time stuff and we're good.
No, he's a member of your crew. He's
Oh,
what's his name?
The 11th Doctor's part of our crew?
Kingston. Leonard
Yeah, well,
Kingston.
he might be the 11th doctor to have been assigned to the
Doctor, the door chimes. Commander, sorry. Commander, the door chimes. Oh?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The door chimes. Come in.
The door opens, and you see the governor. Commander, would you mind joining me outside?
Absolutely. She follows him outside, presumably.
Yep. And he sort of walks you over this little bridge thing here. Now, I need you to understand the colony really does not need these Indolans here. I've done my research on them. They're bad news.
You do remember that these are the vegan ones, the ones that eat plant life, right? Starfleet has assisted them before.
Yeah, but what happens if their vitamins run out?
I can request from the captain and see if there is any equipment that we can leave with them to be able to help them through their trying times until Starfleet can send more assistance.
Now listen, I see what you're trying to do here, Commander.
Assist political refugees from being utterly annihilated by a overwhelming force that is both barbaric and chaotic.
That's correct. But frankly, Commander, I don't think the rest of the colonists are going to see it that way. And while I might be the one that gets final say here, I have to keep in mind what they want too. And I'm afraid I have some more bad news for you. As said, I've only given you a couple of days to get these guys off planet. Now, you do understand that our position here as a colony only extends out so far. We are not a contiguous line to the Federation proper.
I'm assuming that there is a point to this logic of thinking. I will continue to listen to you, sir.
So actually, you can give me a reason command difficulty 2 to work it out yourself.
Wouldn't that be insight? But okay.
No, this is reason. It's taking what he just gave you and reasoning out, oh, if that means that, then this means this, and oh, okay.
I'm going to buy an extra die if we have one with momentum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yes.
assuming as a player, and Dahl would be assuming that he just does not want them there, and that it's both a risk to them as colonists, being
Mm-hmm.
racial prejudices, one species to another, but also that it would be unwise to leave them unprotected if there's a battleship floating above the planet going, hey, we want what you have.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh dear. That's a two complications.
I have things to spend. May I re-roll or I activate a value? I have milestones, I have values.
Would you like to activate a value first?
Yeah, everyone is worth trying to understand. You never know what you'll learn from them. She might think that he's a cantankerous bastard, but she does
I'll
want
take
to
it.
understand where he's coming from.
Yep. So you can re-roll those two.
That's
Nice.
better.
So yeah, you gain a momentum. So yeah, it's that it's that thing that first thing that you mentioned that yeah, they'd probably be dealing with a general Indolin presence around the unclaimed space surrounding the colony for a good long while over this. But here's I almost want to say the more important thing that he just mentioned to you. This colony's territory as a Federation colony does not form a continuous line of claimed territory to the rest of the Federation yet. the colony hasn't gotten big enough. Which
That makes sense.
means, like, and this is where it clicks in your head, that if these Indolans were to leave and try to go to Federation space, at some point they would have to cross back into unclaimed space before getting into the Federation proper, and at that point they would be fair game.
Which means we probably need to escort them back into Federation space, and we very well may need to tow their ship back to Federation space to begin with.
That's not what I mean. I mean in the legal sense. The protections that these Indolans currently have, that's preventing them from carting them off as criminals, is because you are in Federation. You're technically in a Federation system right now.
So they can't leave? I'm asking as a player.
If they leave Federation space, their legal protection goes away until they return back into Federation space.
Okay, so if we can't get them to Federation space without crossing non-Federation space, then they have to stay. Or be escorted. I mean, that's what I'm gathering as a player.
Those are some options. It's a conundrum. It's one of those Star Trekism paradoxes that you're gonna have to work out somehow.
Well, Thal frowns a bit and looks a bit pensive and nods thoughtfully. First and foremost, I wish to make sure that the colony is protected and that you have what you need to succeed here, because you are a Federation colony and we were sent to assist you in whatever means we could. But I've been left, as you say, with a difficult choice, and I feel that I should consult our captain on this one. Wiser minds than I need to be brought into the know about this. You are correct. There is not contiguous space between here and there. So, but I did say I would figure out something within 2 days, so you do have my word, we will figure out something.
Well, I leave you to it. I am a man of my word, mind you. You still got day and a half. As you work, Commander.
He nods.
I have more paperwork to do.
If I can help you with the paperwork, I'm always available.
Forget it. and he walks off.
No, looks like Val's got to go talk to the captain again.
So you're gonna call up
Hail the
captain?
Ganymede? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Before that hail comes in, because I would have assumed I would have gotten to the bridge already by then.
Mhm.
Has that Indolan ship left the system?
No, it actually yes, I will say with that the Indolan ship is retreating and it has left the system. Karak, could you give me a reason security difficulty of 3 assisted by the ship's sensors security, so it's difficulty 2.
Yes. There it is. Reason security.
Yep. Diff 2.
Diff 2. Is this a sensors check?
Yes.
Okay. I'll buy a die with threat because you don't have any and it looks like you could use it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the ship.
Does somebody want to roll
Sensors.
that? I can if you don't want to.
I closed that sheet already.
Three.
I can pull it up. Hold on.
Sensors.
Okay, never mind.
Computers. Wait, no, sensor security. That's what it is.
There you go. That is 4 momentum.
Hooray!
So you're at a float. They have left the system, but they are currently lounging about in unclaimed space just outside the board.
Do we want to do something with the float? Like ask it a question or something? Anyone?
Or you could spend it and one more to create an advantage of some kind.
I say go for
Any
the
kind of-
advantage.
What? But what? It needs to be relevant to the role. What's a good advantage for that?
So they moved out of range, but not out of range, but they moved outside the colony or the area of influence that we're in, that sector. And we can still see that they're somewhere out there. And I think the advantage that we could use is, can we detect multiple ships that are out there that are of that
Well,
type?
that would be a question.
I was gonna say, oh well, that
Yeah.
might be a good use for the float. Are there any additional ships nearby?
It's just the one.
Okay.
Okay, I mean we could.
So that is it. And it's not just there. It's like in the general region.
Okay.
Gotcha. We could buy an advantage that, like, if it makes any changes, that we are aware of that or something.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you want to spend 2 more and bring you down to 4 momentum?
Well, that's what I'm asking first.
I
if
think that's-
anybody
Oh well,
thinks
I
that's a
already
good
answered
advantage.
your question.
No, the
So-
question is good. I'm just saying I'm asking everyone else if we want to spend 2 more momentum for the advantage, but I don't know that we need it.
I don't think we need it.
Yeah,
Fair
okay,
enough.
we're good with the question, so just leave us at
6.
6. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, there you go, Captain. That is your answer. They're no longer encroaching on Federation space, but they're waiting. Clearly,
Lurking.
Yeah, they're lurking. Okay. Okay,
Th-
that's
th-
what I want to know.
they're poking their head over the fence, as it were.
Good to know. Alright.
Would you like me to launch a probe to surveil them?
No.
In the meantime, however,
Is that when Doll's message gets
yeah,
through?
Doll comes up to you.
Holloway.
Captain, a bit of an update and a conundrum. I need your opinion on this. The ship's repairs will take roughly 2 weeks, according to Commander Korn. Perhaps a little faster if we hurry, but it's not going to be space-worthy before then. The commander of the colony has given us 2 days, I believe 1 day left now, to get them out of his colony. And he brings up a good point, that even when they do leave, that there is not Starfleet space continuously between the colony and Starfleet's protected space, as it were. So the moment that they leave, they're basically sitting ducks.
Yeah.
I concur.
And our friends are out there waiting for him.
Could we request another nearby ship to hang out while they wait?
Well, I'm still waiting to hear back from the Admiralty in general.
Would it be possible to host them on our ship, if that would make the colony more happy?
Well, we're still sitting at an impasse. Even.
Perhaps erect temporary structures closer to where their ships are, set up a security perimeter. something to get them a little further away from the colonists themselves, just to ease tensions.
That's probably the wisest course of action. Either way, if they leave the system, they're fair game.
Hmm.
We cannot intervene on that point.
Even if they've requested asylum?
The asylum hasn't been granted. I'm still waiting.
Well, perhaps you will have better luck with the commander of the colony if you wish to speak to him.
Did they mention what their plans were after asylum was granted? Like, were they going to stay on that
They
planet,
hope to
or did they
move
want to
on.
go?
They hope to move on to Federation space proper.
Well, in that
That
case,
was my impression.
yeah, in that case, wouldn't it be acceptable to just give them some quarters on the ship and take them with us?
Well, that's
Drop them off wherever.
the problem with that is legally we can't do that unless the
Until they're
asylum's been
granted
granted.
asylum.
Until asylum's been granted, we can't do that because if we go out into space with them on there, we're getting attacked and they're gonna try to take their people, and I'm gonna have to murder some Indolans.
I thought it was
It's a really
acceptable
murder
to-
for self-defense.
I
Well,
thought
No, actually, it's not.
I thought it was acceptable to provide hospitality until they were granted or not granted asylum, in which case then we drop them off somewhere.
well, as long as we're in Federation space, we can do that.
Oh, are we?
Gotta at
are we
least get the
currently outside?
colonists off their backs. then.
We are, but if we leave this system, we're not anymore.
Oh,
And that's the problem is we have to wait for the Admiralty to be like, hey, they have asylum. Once they have asylum, then yeah, we could just take them on the ship and take them to where they need to go. And the Indolans, we have legal grounds. So even if the Indolans attack, I am within my legal parameters of destroying them.
hang on. So you're saying that Holloway is concerned about legal processes,
Yep.
and avoiding conflict?
Yes.
Who
Holloway-
are you, and what have you done with the captain?
Holloway has taken advice from Grennan, is what Holloway has done.
Wow, I am surprised.
Holloway tries to do things the Starfleet way. He
I was
just
gonna say-
doesn't
I was
always
gonna say-
succeed on
I
that.
was gonna say nobody takes Brennan's advice. Um.
It is. But see, every time that Holloway has destroyed somebody, it's been within our legal right to do so.
That is fair.
So,
And it was fun.
and it was fun, but it was in our legal right to do so. That's what's holding him back is like if they're granted asylum, Holloway has no problem taking him over, even if we get into a fight because he's Holloway. He's fine with destroying them then, because they're at the fault. Whenever he's at fault, though, he's got enough reprimands. Plus, he does try to do things Starfleet way. He
Yes.
just doesn't always succeed at that.
So,
Well, then I would recommend we just follow protocol in this particular instance,
Yeah.
whatever that.
So
may be.
this is so what? Yeah. So, Commander, set up some camps outside of the colony. I will make sure to get the doctor on providing more of the nutrients that the Indolans need. I'll have a word with that governor. See what we can figure out while we wait for that order. Once we get the order of asylum, then if nothing else, we will escort them to Federation space.
Thank you, Captain.
so then I guess we'll go back down to the colony.
Yeah, and Holloway, because of being Holloway, I'm going to give Karak the Khan, and I'm going to transport down planet side.
Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. Doll, I assume, are you gonna head back to the Indolans, or
If the captain's heading down, I have to head back up.
I gave Karak the Khan. He's in charge.
Yes, I will go back to the Indolans and see what I can do about talking to them about what they need.
I'm the data like second officer and junk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what they
Commander,
need for. Oh, sorry. Go
Commander,
ahead.
welcome back.
Well, I wish I had definitive news. Your request for asylum has been forwarded to the Starfleet Admiralty. The leader of the colony here is, I want to say, less than cooperative. He has his colonist to think about and obviously a job to do and concerns over very large ships circling like, shall we say, vultures. She
Ah,
nods. But I would like to figure out what will make you most comfortable. If it would be to stay temporarily in diplomatic suites on our ship, if it would be to set up a camp and perimeter security perimeter around your ship while repairs are made. Um, what can we do that will put some distance between you and the somewhat cantankerous leader of this colony while we wait for a definitive answer?
see, they are going to make a quick roll for a quick reason command roll, difficulty 2, to create an advantage for you guys.
Okay.
Would you mind if they spent a momentum?
Go for it.
Absolutely. I'm all for the spirit of cooperation.
Mhm. And they have a focus for this. Hell yeah, and they made the momentum back for it.
Yay!
That will take.
After a couple minutes, they pick up a pad and they after it takes them about 15 minutes. This is the basics. God damn it. Fucking
Is
God.
there a TARDIS in the middle of our base?
Uh, so they hand the pad over to you. They say, these are some of the things that would be most helpful. Uh, itemized based on the order that we made preparations upon our first arrival here. Um, Commander, as you look over this list, I would like you to give me a reason command difficulty 4 check.
Oh, wow. Difficulty 4. Holy
Would have
smoke.
been would have been higher, but there's an advantage that
Awesome.
they didn't sloppily put this list together.
That is a good thing. Can I borrow some of that momentum since I see 6 there? May I use 3 of it?
Use all you want.
Awesome. I will buy 2 dice with that.
Mhm.
I'm glad I
You
bought 2 dice.
get a
Gulp.
reroll.
Oh, do I get a reroll? But I've
Do you
already have
have
activated a value, but I have other values. Get it right the
a
first time.
so
Sometimes there
the
isn't a second time.
so the question is, do you have a milestone that would come into
Oh, I
play?
do. I also have traits. Stubborn. Oh, wait. Where's my trait? Eek. Hang on. There we go.
Precise under
Precise under
pressure.
pressure.
That would not apply to this situation.
I don't know. I have a day to figure out what to do with all of these rescue people.
Um. Hmm.
I don't want the colonists attacking them, and likewise, I don't want them to have to try and get
Um,
spacebound in something that won't fly.
so all that would do is it would lower the difficulty by 1.
Oh, well, then I'm going to end
Uh,
up spending a milestone. Let's see what milestones I have left. Do-
I have call out targets. Will that do anything?
No, I don't see any milestones that'll come in super handy here.
5-2. 1 milestone. I don't remember what that was, which is weird. It must have been me half asleep.
Oh, you know what? I think I might remember what that was, and I think it actually is relevant. I'll give it to you.
Okay. I will definitely note that I am spending it on helping out how do you spell their names?
END ALLA.
NDALL. There we go.
And yeah, you do have a value that'll help. And you don't have cautious command.
I
Right.
do not.
Okay, yeah. Then just
Remember, I was
reroll
built
the
as
two.
a science officer.
Yeah, that's right. Reroll the 2.
Okay.
That hits.
Yay!
You're looking it over, and it's one of those things that it clicks because you remember what Korn told you earlier today in his rundown of all the things that are at the crash site of the ship. And reading over this, something sticks out to you specifically. Oh, and I should check. I should check something about your rolls.
What can I say? Botany or
That,
xenobiology?
that last roll actually counts as a crit,
Ooh,
so you get a momentum
yay!
back. And this is what clicks in your head as I almost want to call it a legal loophole. In the fine print of what they've done. And you can tell what focus I'm saying applies here.
Oh. So technically, they might actually have first claim. They were here first.
Yeah.
Well, she's not going to get their hopes up immediately, but she is going to inquire about the plants. And she does tap the pad and say, my specialty is botany and working with alien species, plants included. Is there anything I can do to assist personally with these?
Yes. We put them in the day we crashed. We did our best to save our crops. After all, it is what keeps us alive.
She nods.
We didn't want to have to do any hunting unless, well, it came down to a matter of survival.
Well, thankfully, you are not put in that position. I'll see what I can do. I want to
So
send. Pardon?
are you stepping out?
Yeah, she's got the list, right? She's got to
Yes.
go work on it now.
when you step out, the Indolin looks at Grack and says, "What was that about?" Grack?
Variants are known for their silence.
Yes.
Crack?
Grack?
Crack.
Greg!
Crack.
Oh, hang on. 1 sec.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have someone who can just bug him.
I'm getting like Metal Gear Solid vibes right now. Greg!
Grake? Grake?
Greg!
And while we wait, we're gonna do a 30-second ad.
I just think it's weird that nobody's noticed this 20th century police box.
Oh,
Seems out of place here. I mean, in character.
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
What
I'm
what
back.
happened? All I heard was someone walked. I don't know what's the heck's going on now. Someone walked off, and people looking at me now.
Yeah, Doll left after having like a whole thing about plants, and and she left and looked at you and said like, "What was that all about?"
Oh, Well, she used to be our science officer, and she tends to like plants. Um, and usually finds some angles for that the way to be useful in some way.
Yes. Well, we found plants to be very useful, but as to getting us out of this, I don't get it. So, back to Doll.
Doll needs to harass the captain again.
Actually, at that exact moment, hang on. Actually, he would materialize right in the middle of it.
Ah, there I am.
Big,
I was
big,
like, where am I at?
big empty space.
Doll just sort of blinks, and I'm assuming she sees the shimmer of the transport and probably
Yeah.
wanders over to see who is transported in.
Yep, you see the captain.
Captain,
Commander.
I have interesting news. I will be working on the list of things that our refugees need, but more importantly, they crashed a week before the colonists arrived. And though they didn't erect any permanent structures, they did move all of their planting structures vital to their survival outside to try and save their crops. Gonna go do what I can, but they did move their structures outside.
See.
And
That
actually, more importantly, Commander Dahl, you would know this, they planted things.
And they planted them. She seems really happy about this. Not just because it's plants, obviously.
I mean, it's plants, so I would assume you're happy anyways, but yes. That
Hopefully that gives you.
is excellent news, Commander. Mind joining me then for a moment, or do you need to work out more specifics?
I do, but I'm always willing to go along with you if you desire.
Good. We're gonna talk to Grev, I think is his name.
Yep.
She nods. Perhaps you'll have better luck than I did.
Hope so.
So you head over there.
Yes.
Yeah, as you walk in, you can already hear yelling, "No, no, to the right, to the right." And you see Greb like chewing out this Andorian woman here as she's moving like a big chunk of equipment on a grav lift.
Oh, also, real quick, would it be possible for me to have brought jet fuel with me?
For 2 momentum.
Sure. I'll take that. Would that be an advantage?
Yeah, you've created an advantage.
Good.
Oh, that's right, because jet fuel is the stuff that gets Tellarites drunk.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Awesome.
Grev, I believe.
Oh, Captain. You must be Captain Holloway.
Yes, pleasure.
Sorry. Yeah, no. I saw you yesterday. Sorry, I didn't recognize you. Things have been, well, hectic, as you can see.
Of course. Can we have a word?
He looks over at the Andorian and just waves up and says, "Take your break. Take your break."
I was hoping for an office.
Oh,
We've got some
fine.
things to discuss.
Okay. And as he walks, he sees the bottle in your hand. Is that standard issue?
Not quite.
And presumably head over to his office.
Yeah.
Now understand, Captain. I I'm not comfortable about all this.
Right. We'll get to that. But first, I'm parched. Do you have any glasses?
Fine. I suppose I could have some. Won't do you any good, though. And he puts it down. We don't get drunk.
Right. Well, this stuff right here, you might change your mind. I will pour him a hefty glass of jet fuel.
And he takes a swill and goes, "Oh, wow, that is. I'll tell you, that's the first time I've had something like that. Whoa."
Friend of mine brewed it.
Is your friend a Tellarite?
He is.
Huh. Lucky guess. Anyway. What can I do for you, Captain? He still looks a little annoyed, but he's no longer irritated.
Well, Grev, as you are aware, we are at a bit of an impasse here with the Indolans. I had managed to get that battle cruiser that was hovering over your colony to leave the system. But they are only doing so because they recognize Federation sovereign space here. Those Indolans leave, they're fair game. Now, I understand you have concerns, and I sympathize. It would be hard for me to let any of my crew be put at risk. Yet, we do it all the time. For Starfleet, for the Federation. Are you aware that these Indolans want to, these particular ones at least, want to join the Federation?
Well, whether they want to join the Federation or not, that's not for me to decide.
I know. But what is in your decision is whether or not to allow them to remain at least nearby until we get word back from the Admiralty about their asylum.
I still don't think I'll be able to convince the rest of the colonists. They were already uneasy enough about setting up shop so close to the Indolan Union, given everything that's happened with them. Setting up next to an unstable empire, an unstable state is already tricky enough. Harboring politically, shall we say, hot individuals will only bring more attention to us. Attention that this fledgling colony doesn't need, Captain.
Grev, I understand that, and I will remain here as well until we get back word. As soon as I get the notice of if they've been granted asylum, I will take them off planet myself. But we need a couple weeks, Rev. Not 2 days.
I can't give you a couple weeks.
You can, because if you don't, well, you don't really have much of a choice, Grev. It's their planet.
I'm sorry, what?
Commander?
According to all data that we have, your colony landed a week after they crashed. 1 week prior, not only did they crash, they removed their planters and planted their crops outside their ship. Now, while it's true they did not erect permanent structures, these crops and these planters and the structures that they did erect are vital to their survival. They are a species who does not eat meat by choice.
And I sent you a thing in DMs for you to cite at him.
This falls under Federational Colonial Code 45B.
He mulls that over for a second, and he says, "Oh no, oh." No, you don't really mean.
She does, Griff.
Okay, give me a presence command opposed. I will spend 1 threat, but whoever wants to lead this can lead, and the other can assist.
I will
mean-
assist. I've got teamwork as a focus.
I've got negotiation as a focus.
There you go.
Yep.
Also, we have that advantage of the.
Yeah,
of the,
that's what. So yeah, you have a free hit.
Okay. You know what?
How
Just because I'm gonna spend 1 momentum to get another die.
Yeah, because
'Cause
basically,
why not?
both of you are rolling against diff 0 tasks. But he's rolling against a diff 1
Okay, I see.
because you made an advantage. Oh, whoa! That's 4, 5 hits. You've tied.
Is he drunk yet?
Oh, I'm gonna pour him more of that
Uh,
that jet fuel.
Oh, whoa, that's wild. Let me just see what we got. That's
I can't remember how ties worked, so
So what I'm gonna do here is I'll let this be a Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna
Question: isn't the rules say that ties go to defender?
Yeah, well, so hang on, unless
Okay.
one side wants to take a complication. So would you like to take a complication to continue the social conflict?
sure.
Okay. So I take 2 threat. Yeah. And you can roll your 7 challenge dice. I'm spending that 2 threat to keep him in it. Because as he's trying to haggle his way around the legal code, that like, oh well, I mean, they weren't intending to colonize, so
Doesn't
another
matter.
make another an opposed presence command roll.
Sure.
He doesn't have any threat to spend this time though.
Yup, I'm gonna spend a momentum for another die.
Wow, I can't believe I rolled that. That's insane.
Is Kara still assisting?
Oh, absolutely.
Oof.
Aw, sad.
Sorry.
That's 1 hit to your 3. You generate 2 momentum. Would you like to quash?
Did I get rid of that complication?
Yeah,
Is that 2 momentum or 1?
it's 2 momentum.
Yeah, may as
They-
well.
Did
Okay.
intend to stay long enough that they did plant their crops, and since the situation has been that they can ask asylum of Starfleet, they were intending to stay. However, if you would like them outside of the colony proper, we can help them set up and continue repairs on their ship to bring space between you and your colonists, if that would help ease tensions.
Okay, you can roll me another 7 challenge dice, Captain. Oof.
Dang.
You're just too
Actually,
nice,
wait.
man.
Actually, wait. That's. Oh, actually, because assistance.
Why is there a Dalek in the base?
Can I use milestones to re-roll those?
That no, but it doesn't matter. That's
Okay.
Oh, actually, because you're in a social conflict. Oh no, but it has to be on a obtain information. Yeah. Hang on. I think I don't think it matters. I think you have enough. Yeah, you have what you've effectively done is you effectively bottomed out his stress track. So you dinged him again. It doesn't matter. He can't
Okay.
stay in it.
I will I'll pour him a large glass of the jet fuel, and I say, to ease the loss of this, because like it or not, they're staying.
I like how he rubs his nose in it, like, you lost.
It's
Have
Holloway,
a
man.
drink.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, Kara's too nice, man. Holloway needs to do this.
Grev takes the glass, looks into it, and he says, all right, I'll tell them. Look, would you mind leaving me alone for a bit? And he points at the glass. I'm gonna need this.
Would you mind leaving me alone with my shame?
Understand. Soon as we figure out how to make this stuff ourselves entirely, I look kind of at Kara. I'll send you a bottle, and I will walk out.
Presumably, Kara's following the captain because there's no way she's going to keep harassing dude.
All right. Well, hopefully, Starfleet will get back to me about the asylum quickly. Make sure they get some structures erected outside the colony proper. Keep them warm. Make sure they have their nutrients.
She nods.
I'll keep you posted, Commander.
Captain? She nods and excuses herself.
Ganymede, one to beam up.
Aye, sir. Captain, we're receiving a hail from a Cyberman ship.
God. So
Relinquish the doctor.
the doll. What you gonna do now?
Work on the list. Obviously, they are going to need shelter and they are going to need stuff. So,
In that case, we will
I
cut
didn't
ahead.
even see this one over here.
Yeah.
looks like there was a Dalek in the colony, but you know,
Who was drawing that?
no idea. Complete mystery.
Who could it be?
Oh God. So I think we'll flash forward a little bit. It's a few days late. It's a couple days later on the bridge. Captain, you've received word from Starfleet. They would like to grant the asylum request. However, it isn't going to be an immediate thing. Especially because of the tricky nature of the Indalan Civil War and the charges currently against them within the Indalan Union. So they're not going to be able to relocate them, at least not until the influence of that Federation colony allows for a contiguous, allows for safe passage for them.
Okay.
So for now, it appears that these Indalan refugees will have to make do on the on Dancrove Colony.
Well, yeah, Rev doesn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm. But in also hearing back from the Admiralty, you find out the reason it took so long for them to get back to you. There were other fires burning. Namely, the loss of the Svalin and and as a result, the Ganymede is actually now being recalled back into Federation space to Starbase 17, which is, hang on, I'll quickly pull up the location of it because chat, I think. Yeah, okay. Okay. It is. I'll pull up the fleet map.
Thank you for drawing the jet fuel next to my chair. I appreciate that.
Deep Space 17 is right here. where I've moved the Ganymede to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I messed up the
Gotcha.
the beverage. I'll fix it later.
Okay. Well,
Which?
if we're being recalled, I will have my.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Starbase 17. It's Starbase Aegis.
Okay. Well, I will have my my crew return to the ship. By chance, do we manage to? Because I know Kara was working on like super strong alcohol. Did we manage to brew any good stuff?
She accomplished that.
Oh yeah, she did. Okay, so then I will send Grev a bottle of alcohol that can get Tellarite drunk.
Woohoo!
Woo!
To ease his pain.
Oh boy.
What's this
Man.
particular drink called, by the way?
Jet
Eric.
fuel.
Jet fuel? Okay.
Just
Cool.
straight up jet fuel. Yep.
It's got a little note that says "Drink up, loser."
Aw.
No.
If it does,
no.
Grack scribbled that on the bottle, obviously.
Listen. Jack is more courteous than that. All it says is condolences.
Condolences on your loss.
Yep.
Work on your debate skills, Tellarite.
Oh boy.
Gosh.
Hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll have the crew return to the Ganymede.
Very good. And with that, although it was a bit touch and go there in a number of diplomatic ways, I think you've all managed to come away with it. And as the Ganymede sets course for Starbase Aegis, the new headquarters of the 10th Expeditionary Fleet, the Ganymede going to warp. That will be the end of tonight's episode.
Yay!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us for Star Trek Ganymede. Season 1, Episode 12, Invasive Species, Part 2. I'm your engineer, Commander Korn, and thank you to our lineup of amazing cast and our GM for giving us such an adventurous game. Until then,
Great job, everyone.
Woo.
Yeah.
we'll see you next time
This one.
among the stars. Hailing frequencies closed.
So I got what I deserved, you know it. I wanted it to hurt, so wrong of me to cross that line. If I could, I would push rewind. It's my fault, I'll give you my heart, you can crush it, moving on. I'll be on my way if you want it. I surrender. waving the white